And we're back.
Episode 2 of the Unnamed Podcast.
I feel like we
Should we say our name?
You know me, Black Assassin.
Kimura.
And Judo.
We taking it back to Dynasty days.
Indeed.
Right, cool.
If you Black Assassin,
I'm always Black Assassin.
We're our Black Dynasty characters, of course.
I'm always right. Black Assassin, man. Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna start off the softball pitch is with the tattoo. We're gonna start off with the tattoo.
Yeah.
There's an Instagram post that I stumbled across, and it was a tattoo of Danny DeVito with Sailor Moon.
Say it again. I don't think they heard it, man. Say it again.
Enunciate it just a little bit more, just a little bit louder for the people in the back.
Danny DeVito and Sailor Moon. All right.
Not separate. Not Danny
separate.
DeVito
yes,
tattoo.
it was a
Moon
mashup tattoo. Personally,
Mariage.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great mashup. The artwork was on point. It was a portrait, and then they got the anime color in there. I thought it was great.
I'm gonna put the picture up. They go see that. That's what you like.
It's art and it's subjective. Look, somebody got it tattooed on them right now.
Would you get a tattooed on you?
Not that. Not that, but I think the mashup is good. So now I'm thinking to myself, I want to get something like that. But what will be the mashup?
What will be the mashup?
I want to know how y'all feel about it.
It depends on what the matchup is.
No. I want to know how you feel about the Danny DeVito one.
Oh.
I don't understand it, honestly. I don't understand what they have in common. I don't know.
That's the thing. They don't have anything in common.
It's just supposed to be funny or something. I mean,
is it supposed to
be
me,
like, I don't see what's funny, but the artwork is good. The portrait looks good. It looks okay to me. I just don't understand it.
But that's what I mean. It's a mashup of two different elements, bringing them together just for the sake of bringing them together.
But part of me feels like a mashup is two different things that shouldn't make sense, but somehow when they come together, they make sense.
I see what you're saying. I don't know. I just thought it was a good conversation piece. You got a tattoo, and apparently what it was it was a mashup from a tattoo artist, and they came up with it, and it was given as a prize. So somebody actually won that tattoo.
Did they win? Did they really win?
Yeah.
I don't think they won.
Yeah.
It was a prize.
So I got to thinking about if I were going to do that, and I'm seriously considering it, what would I get?
And?
I needed something. I needed a person, and then I needed something. I needed a real person. I need a fantasy.
So what's it gonna
Let me see. Can we guess?
Oh, I'll give you the guess. Yeah.
Wesley Snipes and a Powerpuff Girl uniform or something. I don't know.
That's absolutely terrible.
I mean, a focal.
you
I'm
tell
only
me
going
Wesley Snipes is Wesley Snipes and Buttercup?
I'm going off what you're giving me, dog. You giving me Danny DeVito in the Sailor Moon outfit.
I got Keanu Reeves as one of the Dragon Ball Z dudes.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Okay.
That dance is bad.
Yeah. I might cut that out.
That's not a. Don't get that out. Don't get that out. Keep that in there. I like it. I like that one. I like that one.
Now don't go taking my ideas now.
No, never that. So
what's the real mashup?
The real mashup is Dave Chappelle.
I thought about Dave Chappelle. Go
and
ahead.
Yoda.
Now, I'm not a Star Wars person. Just off
I'm looking at his face right now, like
of all the things Of all the things I was thinking about and trying to associate with you, Yoda was not one of them. But that's...
Yoda, man.
I can maybe see the correlation that Dave is the Yoda of the comedy world,
Yes,
I guess. I can see it. I can see it, but that's going to be...
That's where my line of thinking went.
That's going to be one ugly-ass tattoo, though.
Wow. Damn.
But my line of thinking was, you got Dave Chappelle, and he has been always preaching the gospel of how, just how the world we live in and how social it is, and all those social truths. And then you got Yoda just speaking in riddles backwards, right?
Yeah.
You put them two together, you got that Jedi master right there, just spitting the real knowledge. And when you see the tattoo, when you see it, like you put that together, you see that tattoo, people are like, I get it.
Yeah.
They'll get it.
It makes better sense than Danny DeVito, though.
It does.
I give you that.
It does, but I'm just like, it's a great conversation piece, and people will understand it because the knowledge that he possesses, because his brain thinks so far outside of the box.
Yeah.
And he brings these truths to light, and it's the same thing with Yoda. He brings those truths to light, made talking riddles, but they're still truths.
Now, the real question is, will it also feature a Yoda-style Dave Chappelle quote?
It could.
It should be like Tyrone Biggums and Yoda. The crackhead Dave Chappelle. Instead of be like, I smoke rocks, he'd be like, rocks I smoke.
No, you gotta do it in the Yoda voice. Rocks I smoke.
Look, he thinking about, hey,
I'm mad at you.
Have any more crack in here?
Wow, y'all done took this to a whole new level. Okay, I wasn't expecting this reaction. But okay.
But to get an artist to do that though, like how would it be to get an artist to do that? He gonna have to be a little fire artist.
There's some. Yeah, there's definitely some.
So is it gonna be like a transition between Dave and Yoda in the face, or is it gonna be just like Dave and like one of those Star Trek Yoda outfits?
Star Wars, baby.
Star Wars.
I ain't seen neither one of them, so.
No, it would definitely be, in my head, it would definitely be Yoda's head, but then you've got Dave's face, Dave's features on it.
So like Dave with the ears.
Yeah,
because Dave is bald, Yoda's bald. He put Yoda's gonna have the ears, and he's gonna be all small in his robes, and
Rich bitch I am.
Yeah. But I dug a little deeper, and I remember on Chappelle's show, he was Yoda.
Oh.
He was Yoda on Chappelle's show.
Plot twist.
It was like the church being accused of inappropriate things with young men, but they did it with the Jedis. and it was like they caught they planted a camera and they caught like Yoda like asking his boy questions.
I don't know why I remember this. Clip of this? Why do I remember this?
Do you remember?
I do.
And then they had Darth Vader in the black thing, and they had his voice altered.
Yeah.
And they pulled out the dog. He's like, "Where did he touch you?" And he was like, "He touched me right here."
Like the dog was upside down. Like,
We just watched that one, I think.
Yeah.
So now it makes sense.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's coming together now.
It's coming together.
It's come full circle now.
Yeah.
So do that. I support this.
Do y'all support this out there in YouTube land?
Do y'all support it?
Please let us know.
I got you on that.
Now, today's topic.
Yeah. Female toxicity
I don't know why you look at me when you say
versus the toxic male. We gonna see who's more toxic or who's toxic in what situation.
So we're gonna bring up topic number one.
What's topic number one?
What's topic number one?
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Cause I don't even know her. I forgot her name. That's why like you said it. So shit. I just know Johnny Depp. Shit. All right, go ahead.
So, I guess how am I framing it? Johnny Depp and Amber Heard just had it out in court over a defamation suit. Johnny Depp brought up the court case to Amber Heard. He sued Amber Heard for defamation for a New York Times. Was it a New York Times? New York Times article. She wrote about him and how he abused her in their marriage. Now, I think this whole... Oh, my God. Are you a crackhead? Oh, my goodness. So, now that whole case really was a media circus. There was so much just stuff, so many eyes on the trial. It was very sensationalized, I feel like. And I'm not even sure if it's about... I think they're both wrong in the scenario. I think there was abuse going on both sides, to be honest.
Why? Was it proved that it was abuse going on both sides? You said you believe it was abuse going on both sides. Like you think that she was, you thought that he was.
Yeah.
I'm saying why?
Why? Because of some of the evidence that was brought up in court. The way he spoke about Amber says to me that there was a lot more vitriol.
What did he say?
But there was vitriol going on both sides. I mean, he said some really disgusting things.
I'm saying, but why?
You want me to repeat it?
No. I don't want you to repeat it.
I don't want to repeat it.
But was this during their marriage or after she wrote that op-ed? Because that is valid.
It was vile. The stuff was vile. What he said.
But what I'm still asking was that while they were married, before she wrote it or after she wrote it? Because if it's after, I can understand an action can create an equal and opposite reaction. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. But she wrote that and she publicized that out there and put it out there in the world, and now your whole career is in utter jeopardy, if not ended. Mm-hmm. All his movie roles were taken away. Mm. He had, what did he have? He had Pirates of the Caribbean, which was a very successful franchise. Mm. He had just started doing the offshoots of the Harry Potter ones, and that immediately I think he only did one movie in that, and that got taken away, and so they had to rewrite the whole thing. So I can see where he would be upset. I mean, he's losing millions of dollars because she said that, and I'm not. If it's true, you cannot be mad at that. If it is true, if there is something out there that you want to write about somebody and it's true, then you can't be mad about it. But if it's not true, that's where you can be upset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where you still have to take to where the case is. It's a defamation case. Yeah. It is a defamation case. Did this person defame you? Right? And she countersued saying he defamed her. So, at the end of the day, they both won. He won $15 million.
Yeah.
He asked for $50.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She won $2 million. She asked for $100.
Yeah.
Right? Now, for those of you that don't know, when they divorced, she was awarded $700 or not
No,
$7 million.
Yeah,
$7 million dollars, which she said, I'm going to donate to charities. And she never did it.
Yep.
Right.
Right? And that chain of questioning or that line of questioning was only to damage her credibility.
Right.
It wasn't to say that she defamed him. It was just to damage her credibility, saying, oh, you didn't follow through on what you said. So if that's true, what you're saying in this op-ed, is that true too?
Right.
But there were so many things that she said that she lied about. It was like they just kind of poked holes in this. And then at the end of the day, was it true? It wasn't true. If a jury deliberates for 48 hours, how long? Was it 48 hours? It was a couple of days, right? Yeah. They deliberate for a couple of days, and they found on the counts that what she said was liable.
Yeah.
And they ruled in his favor.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's the end of Me Too, because it shouldn't be, but everything has to be looked at under a microscope, and everything has to be taken situation by situation. You can't go accusing somebody and then they get fired from their job or reprimanded at their job with no proof. Yeah. Because that's what you're seeing happening now. Yeah. You're seeing, oh, well, he did something or he said something. And next thing you know, he's out of his job and there's no proof of it there. Yeah. That's what upsets me about it. If he did indeed do something, he should be reprimanded. There should be justice. Yeah. But if it's not, then that's the problem.
Yeah. My thing is, she crazy, she's toxic, and this one believes that Johnny Depp has something to do with it. It's like, I don't know, you always think that the man, if the woman is in the wrong, you always say, well, what did the man do? I'm pretty sure.
Well, what I said in this situation is I think they're both not entirely chemically balanced people. I think it was proven even in this defamation case that their therapists, their doctors came on and they said, Amber has, I think it's dissociative personality disorder or something like that.
She has DID.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, she has dissociative personality disorder.
So she's got two personalities.
Is something like that. If I'm remembering it correctly, I think she has dissociative personality disorder, and and Johnny's doctor came on and said, and obviously he has, a history with alcohol abuse, prescription drug abuse, things of that nature. So neither of these two people are perfect people, and unfortunately, when they came together in a relationship, it imploded. And there are plenty of people that, there's so many different types of personalities in this world. When two people like that come together and their imbalances imperfectly implode on one another, and it's just a sea of toxic, horrible, vile behavior. That happens, but it doesn't mean that both of these people are horrible people. It just means in this relationship, they were extremely toxic to one another. But on their own, they could be fine.
Let me throw something out there. The thing that was written, it feels like it was written not out of a place of healing. Mm-hmm. It was written out of a place of anger. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was meant to tear him down. Mm-hmm. Because the way the trained reaction and support she had behind it was it had traction. Like, it was like, oh, this all happened to her. Oh, we should support her and all this, and because she put this out there, and it was put out in anger. And I think maybe he did something to her, and she did that, and then it went back. And he said some bad stuff about her, and it just goes tit for tat.
Yeah.
So what you have to take into consideration is the fact of the phone call that they had. And she dared him to tell the police. Yeah. Tell people about this. Nobody's going to believe you.
Yeah.
That she hit him? That's like saying, okay, that's almost reverse of a man saying, well, if you call the cops, nobody's going to believe you that I'm hitting you. They're just going to, they're not going to arrest me, they're not going to take me away. It's just the reverse of that.
Yeah.
But she got caught saying it, and then she wrote this? Yeah. That's really what blew the top off. It was so, it wasn't consistent. It was the inconsistency of it that made her case bad. And his lawyers ripped her apart up there on the stand for 2-3 days, right?
Yeah.
They ripped her apart, and and that's how the jury went. They ripped her apart. Now, I feel like they have a lifestyle. They're actors, and actors are artists, and they sometimes live eccentric lives, right? A higher lifestyle than what I know about, and do things that I can't even imagine. Yeah. But they also work like 12, 14 hours a day on set trying to get into a character, and they have to be ready for the next day. What do they do to unwind? You know what I mean? So they lived very eccentric lives, and I think they were just bad for each other. Extremely. I think they were just toxic to each other, and it just...
I don't know. I think she's bad for everybody. Just the way she came off in that courtroom, it's like, who is she good for? She crazy, bro. Then she like you said, I dare you to tell the police. So clearly she's doing it. There's proof that she's doing it, but there's no proof that he's doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the whole point of the case. Like, the whole point of the case is both sides are going to dig as deeply as they can into the other side and find every little waking moment that they weren't on their best behavior. That's really what it is.
Best behavior?
Yeah, that's really what it is. That's really what it is. That's what it is. That's what the lawyers are supposed to do. They're gonna dig and dig and dig onto the other side, and they're gonna find every bit.
I'm gonna stop you in just a second. I just want you to keep rambling. Keep on rambling. I want you to keep
information that they can and use it in the courtroom. I mean, every last thing that they can.
When they said she shit the bed,
bruh,
on purpose.
On purpose.
I don't know a sane person that would do that.
And blame it on the dog.
And blame it on a dog.
Drugs are crazy things. You know.
But
I'm just gonna say that.
But okay, I want to know why she did it, because there's really no reason that I can justify somebody shitting in our bed. Like, if
I don't know,
my significant other and I'm out of town and I come back in and there's a big pile of turd in the bed, and if it says, she's like, hey, it's from the dog, I was waiting for you to change it.
I knew a girl who actually did it, bro. Like, it wasn't nobody who I talked to. It was one of my homeboys. It was my homeboy. Like, we was all like in the apartment together. We had an apartment, and he had his girl. I had my girl. Our other homeboy at the time, he was over there. He had his girl. So they spent the night over there. They had their own bed. They had their own room. We had our own bed, had our own room. Our other partner, they was in the living room. So, long story short, we all woke up. First of all, my partner who had the girl who did it, they left first. Like, he took her home. So by the time everybody else woke up, they was gone. So when they come back, we all went to his room, just chilling. You know what I mean? Because we all just woke up, cooking breakfast and stuff. You know what I mean? So we just chilling in bruh room. We're like, you smell that? What's that smell? And so we looking everywhere. We're like, nah, bro, this ain't no normal stink smell. Like, it smells like shit. So we looking around, searching everywhere. We can't find nothing. We can't find anything. So we stopped looking. But for some reason, my other homeboy decided to look again because we kind of used to the smell now, which we shouldn't. We should have. But it's still, you know how if you in the bathroom too long, you used to the smell.
I'ma just deal with it now.
Because we in there for so long. It's kind of just we used to the smell. But my other homeboy, like he was like, "Hey, nah, I still smell it. Forget it." So he went towards he had it was like a dirty clothes area that he just put the dirty clothes on, and so he looked. He sees a shirt, like clearly the smell is coming from this pile. So we looked through it, like she put it on the other clothes and stuff, try to hide it. Pick up one of the shirts, shit all in the shirt. So we was like, what the
Why?
Bruh.
Why?
So something told him to go to the bed and just lift the sheets up.
No.
It's all in there. It's
all smeared in
that
the
bed is ruined.
Throw the whole thing out. Set it on fire.
Yes.
Set it on fire.
How did that happen?
There's no recovering from that.
Man, I don't know. It was on the bottom of the bed, like the foot of the bed a little bit.
More importantly, how did it happen and he didn't recognize the smell?
So look, I don't know how to. Like I said, he was in the room the whole time.
There's a lot of questions I got for him right now.
Man,
because if y'all, I need to get my thoughts right. Let me get my thoughts right. Hold up. If he spent the night with her, right?
Yeah.
And then he took her home, and then y'all came back.
Yeah.
And the smell was there. That smell was there when they
No,
left.
when he came back, we all smelled it.
But that's what I'm saying. That means that smell
he opened up the door and it was like...
That means that smell was there when he left.
Oh, yeah.
And then he came back.
Yeah.
And he just was dealing with the shit. Literally. So, I'm like, how did you bypass that whole thing? You took her home and you didn't smell shit by the shirt. You smelled shit in the bed. You was laying in the bed.
He was laying in the bed the whole time.
Like when you got up. You know how you get up and you fling the covers off of it? Fling the covers and fling no shit?
Cause he was saying, after we found the stuff, he was thinking, he was like, yeah, she was in a rush to leave. I kind of realized why she was in a rush to leave. That's why he was saying.
You think?
So
you couldn't just use the bathroom like a normal person?
He said he woke up in the middle of the night. He said, I remember seeing her looking like she was cleaning something off the bed. But I didn't, I guess it didn't register in his head what she was doing. So who would think oh yeah, she just cleaned some shit off my bed? Nobody would think that.
You gotta smell it though.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to.
Listen,
as soon as it hits the air, it's got a pungent smell.
I have been woken up by the smell of shit. Because Tyson has gone under the bed and he tried to wake me up and I didn't wake up and boom, he did it. Now I gotta move my bed out the way and clean up his shit at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now if it's human shit, I'm sure that will wake me up too.
Times 10.
Exactly,
But
yes.
this what she said though, because after we discussing it amongst ourselves, because the shit just happened, literally. But anyway, so he calls her. He say, hey, you shit in my bed?
I have secondhand.
This is when she's doing this, I don't know what to ask that question. I'm like, ask that fucking question. Ask that question because this is uncalled for.
Oh,
And she denies it. She denies it the whole time. So she was like, no, what you talking about? Nah. So this goes back and forth. She finally admits, she didn't admit to shit in her bed. She said she threw up.
She
said she threw up.
That's two different things.
No.
Exactly. We know what shit look and smell like.
We know what stomach acid look and smell like.
Exactly. So yeah. So after she denied it for being anything, she finally said, "Oh yeah, but I threw up."
you know what? I'd be like, you know what? I'm finna take this to the lab. I'm finna take this to the lab. We'll find out.
Exactly. The pettiest of Bettys over here.
Why would not? You just shit and ruined my bed and ruined my room. Now I've got your shit in the air all the time.
Oh man.
There's only so much Lysol and so much Audubon and so much Febreze I can spray.
Only so much bleach you
Yes.
put on the dang bed.
Yes, that I can use to get your filthy ass shit smell out of my room.
I'm telling you. A dude would never do that. That's how you know women are toxic.
Wait. I have one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
Did they go on another date? Or was that it?
That was it.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
I can tell you that was it.
Okay.
I don't even know if it was on his behalf or her behalf, because she probably just stopped talking to him off of embarrassment.
I would die of embarrassment.
Yeah.
I would absolutely die.
That was like that Flavor of Love, where no girl shit on the stairs.
Yes. Yes.
Again.
And she just, I couldn't hold it.
And then she just picked it up like,
It's like a damn Mario Kart
and she just
character.
kept going. She picked it up and threw it away and kept going.
Nothing to see here.
And they filmed that whole thing. Like, we saw you take a shit on the stairs.
See? Real life is stranger than fiction.
Oh my, you can't write this shit.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't write this. You can't make this up,
can't.
man.
But,
I promise you can't.
But would you call the bed shitter in question, would you call her a toxic woman because she shit the bed?
She's toxic because she lied about it. She
Yes.
denied it.
Yes. And she
That is
left
gaslighting
you,
101, kid.
And she lets you.
Yeah.
There's
like,
so much evidence.
she didn't warn you.
There's so much evidence.
Yeah.
And there's a common decency. Like, at a certain time, I don't care. It's like, if your stomach hurting, just go to the goddamn bathroom.
I'm telling. And
if you feel nasty, go take a shower. I got towels.
exactly. If you really cared, at least take the shirt, put it in your purse, and take it with you. Don't leave that shit in my room, in my dirty clothes area.
So you got a plastic bag? Put it in the plastic bag.
Put it in a plastic bag and take it with you.
Yeah.
At least. And then tell him, like, if you was too embarrassed to say it at the house, as soon as you get out the car, before you close the door, oh yeah, by the way, baby, I shit it in your bed.
You say it so just, oh yeah. By the way.
By the way, FYI.
Okay.
Kind of pooped the bed.
Okay. Now, granted, that situation was probably a second date situation, and she did not want him to think that she doesn't shit when I know you shit. I know everyone.
Well, of course, because women have to play this whole cat and mouse game of we don't fart.
I don't give a. That is human. That is human. I don't want to go in the bathroom after you. You go bring a candle and some spray, and we good. Close the door. We are good. Okay. I understand you have those issues. So do I. It is human shit.
Yeah.
That is stuff we go through.
Yeah.
I'll have more respect for you if you say, you know what, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And spray, candle. You good to
Or
go?
go down the street
Let's
to the
go.
local McDonald's, take a dump, and come back. Whatever it is you gotta do.
But you don't shit in somebody's bed.
That is what
and
you
leave
don't
it
do.
for them.
That is what you don't do.
You left them something worse than coal on Christmas.
And then when they call and say, hey, you shit the bed? No!
What you mean?
Nah, I wouldn't do that to you, baby. Listen, we good, right?
That I will have to say that is a toxic female, because that is gaslighting all the way. There's clearly shit everywhere. She clearly did it, and she's gonna say, no,
Man.
I didn't do that.
So now we jump to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation with Amber Heard shitting the bed. They're married. He knows. He already knows.
He already know.
He done seen her at her worst, when she's sick, when she wake up in the morning, when she got that time of the month going on. He's seen everything.
Yeah.
But that is granddaddy up it right there. You shit in the bed and you waited? You ruined the bed. Where were you? Were you sleeping on the couch? You were sleeping in the guest room? Why did you leave that in our bed?
Yeah.
Why? That's the question.
That is the question. It's just why.
And why do they deny? Just like she denied, she said no, it's the dog.
I'm gonna take it to the lab. I'm taking it to the lab.
I think they did, and they did. It was human shit.
I don't think anybody broke in and shit in the house.
Exactly. Oh, this is a nice bed. But I think.
No. I know too many good bathrooms to go to do that in, and not a bed. I don't have to ruin a $2,000, $3,000 bed.
I'm telling you, they got a more expensive bed than that too.
I'm just saying, for me, my lifestyle.
Yeah.
I ain't ruining the bed for that. But I think that they're both toxic. They're equally as toxic to each other.
Okay, why you say he? Because now you saying that he's also toxic.
I don't think she's just.
Let's not go off his past.
No. I'm going to say that there's stuff that we don't know because there's unknowns.
There's always unknowns.
There's unknowns to the situation.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's just gonna fly off the cuff for nothing unless she's just that. If she is just that toxic, she doesn't need to be around anybody.
Exactly. That's exactly why I said I don't think she belongs to anybody because I think personally, I'm just going off of what I see. You can only go off of what's presented to you.
Well,
is that she crazy, bro.
I think
Like, there's no proof that he was the crazy one in this relationship. There's no proof. We can only assume. You can assume anybody is crazy. Like, oh yeah, I think in order for her to do this, he had to do this.
But I'm just saying. There's always got something to lead up to that. Yeah. There's always an activator or a trigger or something. There's some kind of catalyst in this situation.
You wouldn't do that unless somebody would trigger you. But some people you don't have to trigger. Some people just got it.
And you're right. And I said if she's doing that without being, triggered in that sense, then she definitely doesn't need to be around people like that. She doesn't need to be in a relationship because that's disturbing.
Yeah.
That's disturbing. If you're not triggered and you write a piece on somebody saying they hit you and you shit the bed and all this other stuff, and you're putting hands on people.
Yeah.
You're the one playing victim and you're being the culprit.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
Yeah.
That there's a whole disconnect, and that I do believe that's called narcissism.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it's.
And most people relate that to men, but.
Oh, it can be women.
Oh,
it definitely could
be women or men.
Plenty of women.
I know that's what I'm saying, but like, most people just relate it to men. Like, oh yeah, he's a narcissist. Like.
Well, just like most people equate domestic abusers to being men.
Yeah.
Women can just as
that's why she
equally
thought she could
be
get away with it.
domestic abusers,
Yeah.
which I think in this case, Amber Heard did commit some domestic abuse against Johnny Depp. Now, I'm a little fuzzy on the details as to maybe Johnny committing domestic abuse back to her, but with him fighting the alcohol problems and the prescription drugs and all that, I would think he doesn't have a clear memory of it himself, which makes these things hard to prove or disprove. But I think some of Amber's responses to Johnny definitely show that she had an abusive pattern toward him. And even with the text messages and conversations I was talking about earlier, which occurred between Johnny and some of his friends, if that stuff occurred while they were still married, while they were together, even while they're divorcing, it may or may not be forgivable. But some of the things he said were just so incredibly vile that it's like, even if you are going through a divorce and you are going through a lot of pain and you're going through a lot of hurt, and there's still not a whole lot of excuse to say some of the things that he said because they were just so incredibly disgusting. And that kind of showed to me that there may be more to his contribution to the domestic abuse than people are wanting to believe. Because you don't just say those things, those hateful, awful things for no reason. This was before the article and all of that. This was before that.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, this was before that. Possibly during the divorce proceedings. It was before. It was before that, though. So keep that in mind.
Hold on. So what was before that? Him saying all that?
Him saying some of the things he said to his friends and private text exchanges that he didn't.
No, this was after. This was after the fact that they got into it because he was like, "Oh, she's trying to do this to me. Oh, this is what she's trying to do to me. All right, forget her. Like she's first of all, because they was already separated at that time.
I mean, okay.
And I'm like,
I've been separated from somebody in my life, and I didn't say nearly some of the nasty shit he said.
You said some things.
Of course I can say things. I said I wasn't saying things that were nearly as bad as what was being said to me, that's for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't you like putting yourself in another person's shoes. Nobody reacts the same.
I understand that.
So just because it's just like you saying, somebody throw a punch at me, I'm just blocked. What some people do, they're like, no, if somebody throw a punch at me, I'm gonna close my eyes. Somebody throw a punch at me, I'll slip. Like everybody reacts differently. Mm-hmm. So don't put yourself in their shoes saying, oh nah, if I was you, I would have done that. But it's not you in those shoes. It's like everybody, you got to understand that everybody reacts different.
And there's another angle, and I think this is gonna be my final point about it. When the op-ed was written, and then she got all the support, and because it was like in the I won't say infancy, but it was gaining traction. That Me Too movement was gaining a lot of traction at that time.
Yeah.
I don't think the people did their due diligence to dig into her like they would a man. Like, you write something, there was no research done to see, was this all true?
Yeah.
It felt like, oh, we're just going to take it at face value and run with it, and we're not going to even do our due diligence and look anything up behind it. Because if it was, they would have found out, oh, if he's doing it, she's doing the same thing. And now she's the only one writing about it, though. He's not writing about it.
Well, the thing about the piece that she wrote in the New York Times is it's an op-ed. It's an opinion editorial.
Right.
It's opinion. It's not meant to be researched. It's not meant to be even factual. So if we're looking at it from a journalistic perspective, it's an opinion piece. And this is her real life firsthand experience opinion of Johnny Depp.
What was her opinion?
But when you
What was her opinion?
I mean, the whole piece that she wrote in the New York Times was the opinion.
I mean, what was said in it?
I mean, I didn't read the piece. Maybe I should have done that. Why are you asking me that?
Because, I mean, it depends on what her opinion was. And that article is like, how can you take it? Because it's an opinion to say, oh, your breath stink. Oh, it's cold outside. But to say you're an evil person and you did this to me, like, there's something different of an opinion than to just say, oh, I'm cold, or it's cold outside or something. Right.
Well, I was just countering his statement that it should have been researched. I'm like, well, the fact that it's an opinion, it's not meant to be.
But the fact that it wasn't researched, but the blowback that he got from that was he lost his jobs because of that. And when you have something that detrimental to somebody's career, it deserves to be fact checked.
Yep.
If this person is losing their job based on an opinion of one person,
exactly,
of one person, then it deserves to be looked at under a microscope.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that if such and such walks into the door to your job and they have an opinion and you lose your job, that's not right.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So the same thing with her. The blowback from that article that she wrote, the op-ed, the whole blowback was like he lost a whole franchise. He lost 2 franchises based upon her one opinion, and nobody looked this stuff up to fact check. Yeah. It deserves it. Or I should say it deserved it. It's been under the microscope now. But it took 6 years for it to happen. 6 years.
I don't know that she's so much toxic so much as their situations are just, it's messy.
There you go.
And it keeps getting messier.
So now you're saying she ain't toxic?
I don't know if I can definitively say that she's toxic.
Okay.
If y'all can give us a name,
Help us.
help us
Obviously,
with the
we
name.
need
Throw
it.
some names out there in the comments. And yes, I am taking a poll for the tattoo. Yay or nay? Yay or nay?
Yay or nay?
Yay or nay on the tattoo?
But yeah, I think it's a yeah for me on the tattoo, dog. We go see what they saying.
I
Yeah,
think,
we gotta
I think
find
I'm
some-
okay with it too.
Yeah.
We gotta find some. A good artist. Some good artists. Now,
If you got
take a pic.
recommendations.
If y'all got some artists, tattoo artists out there, man, all 3 of us need some tattoos, man. We need some more. So yeah.
Well, I've got an artist for mine. My guy is still at the shop over there at Liberty Tattoo. So
I had one. He a good artist, but man, he double charged me.
He double charged.
Man, bro, double charged me, bro.
Oh no.
What he charge you
I don't
2 an
know.
hour?
This will have to be a whole nother podcast.
What he charge you
I'm
2 an
telling you.
hour?
Man, look. Nah, it went. Might as well, bro. Look, he gave me a discount, right? Cause like he was at
He didn't even ask for a discount.
He did this tattoo twice. He did this tattoo. All these tattoos you see, he did them twice and charged me for both times because he was like, yeah, I think I need to do it over. He probably watching this podcast too. So if you looking at it, hit me up, explain to me why you double charge me. We can make it right, or we can keep it wrong.
Thank you guys for watching. Leave us some ideas, comments, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much.
We out of here.
I'm working to get rid of this fake ass money. They should have never gave you niggas money.